welcome back to Our Life Simplified. I'm Laura, and in today's video I am going to show you how we set up the next size up brooder box. If you've been following me, you know that I have set up a smaller brooder box for the chicks for the first 2 weeks of their life. Right now, these baby chicks are 13 days old, so tomorrow will mark their 2 weeks of life. And as you can see, they are getting very big. They grow very quickly throughout their life until they're full size. If you would like to watch the progression of their first week of life, I will link that video on the screen so you can watch that. The bigger they get, the more they eat. This container right here, they've gone through a full jar in a matter of less than a day. And on their waterer, they are more active. They kick around the pine shavings quite a bit, and it gets into their watering system. We will show you in the larger brood box that we will be transferring them in either tonight or tomorrow, that we have a different watering system so they don't have the opportunity to kick so many pine shavings in their water. It's a really cool system, and I think we've addressed some of the issues as they get bigger. Let's not waste time. Let's go ahead and get started in the video. So this is the next step to our bigger brooder box. You certainly can start with something larger and not have to worry about transferring in. The problem is the bigger box, there's no way it was going to be able to fit in our house. So I will always like to keep a very close eye on my baby chicks the first at least week or two, just because they require a little bit more attention. And with them being in the tote in my tub, I know I go in there several times a day, you know, in the morning and then in the evening. So it's a quick way for me to go ahead and check on them during those times, you know, making sure that there's plenty of food, plenty of water, and see if any issues have arisen with the baby chicks, like if they look like they're in distress or don't. So this crate I got for free. I got it from my workplace. This is a crate, a wooden crate that we get material in, and they don't use it again once they receive in the material. So if you're looking for inexpensive or free items, that would be a good avenue to check into. See if you have area businesses that might get pallets in or crates in. So as you can see, my husband already started putting it together. This is our second brood box that we made this way. So he already had the top, which if you notice, there's hinges, and I will show you how all that works, along with handles and the hardware cloth. So we just saved those components, and I like wheels on things because if you need to move them around, it's very easy to do. This crate, size-wise, is approximately 38.5 inches by 33.5 inches. And it stands approximately 26 inches tall. So my husband went ahead and tacked in, he just used finishing nails. And as you can see, it just hinges upward, so it's easy access to the chicks. And the door is heavy enough that it stays down, stays in place, so the chickens can't bust out of it or anything. And also, if my dogs happen to get, or any other animal for that matter, if they happen to get in the garage, I don't want them to be able to get to the baby chicks and harm them. This board right here is the board that's attached on this side, And then of course he made another door with the hinge. He cut out a notch where a PVC could fit in there. And what we're doing with this PVC is we're using this PVC as a waterer. Now you can use the nipples, which would actually be easier, but these, we happen to use the cups. And how the cups work is as the water fills in, it will flex down, because right now they're kind of in an up position, but as the water fills it, it's heavy enough where it will press down and fill the cup, but it won't overflow. I do have an issue sometimes with the chicks getting pine shavings in this, but it's nothing like that other waterer. And he uses these clamps, screws them in, and we can adjust this up and down depending on the size of the chicks. So he hasn't tacked this side down yet. I wanted to kind of show you how he did it, so you have an idea if you choose to use this type of a method. This side are the feeders. So basically we will pour food inside here, and my husband designed it where he cut out a notch out of the PVC. He has an end cap here, and the food will slide down into these holes, and that's where they will feed. So I will show you that in just a moment. And please excuse the messy garage. That's going to be another project down the road, trying to get things more organized in here. But hey, this is real life and this is how we live. So with this hinged upward, before he attached it, you can easily slide these pipes in here. You'll get them adjusted and then hinge down. Get it set in place, and he will come back and he will finish nailing the board down. Ooh, it smells amazing in here. I could smell it outside. My husband's cooking bacon. That's for our meal tonight. We're going to be cooking a meal that is going to utilize our snow peas that we collected this morning. So if you'd like to watch that video, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss it. So he just attached it with the finishing nail gun. Okay. So now he's going to go ahead and use he clarified and called them conduit hangers. And we're going to hold in each of those pipes with that. So this is how we positioned it. The reason why we placed them at an angle on the outsides is just from previous experience. A couple years ago when we had our original flock, baby chicks, they were too close together when they were parallel to one another. So that's why we did that. It's just allowing for more room. So the next step is I'm going to add pine shavings, and then I'm going to fill up their feeders and waterers, and I'll bring the baby chicks out to their new home. Hey babies, are you ready to move to your new home? And this is how I know it's time for them to move into a bigger brood box. Every time I see them do this, all I can think about is the song from Reba McEntire. Is there life out there? Okay, I won't scare you with my singing. They're like checking things out. They know there's life out there. They know the world is bigger than just what's in that little box. So I'm going to work on getting everything set up, and we're going to move them today. So I'm going to go ahead and dump some pine shavings in here. make sure all this is cleaned out. We don't want to start them with pine shavings in their water. So I have all of that situated. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add the water. So I'm going to go ahead and just fill the waterer, and then I'm going to cap it. And this will be easy access for watering. Oops. All I did is I took a half-gallon milk container and I just cut the bottom off, kind of using it as a funnel. It fits perfectly in this pipe. And as you notice, this is a approximately a 1.5 inch internal diameter pipe. So as I pour the food in my makeshift funnel, you can see that it slides right down into the food reservoir. All right, so the babies are now in their new home. I'm sure they will get acclimated very quickly. I did move their warming plate out here because they're getting ready to start their 3rd week, and as I mentioned in the previous video, each week it drops down 5 degrees. So around, starting at 95, 90. So this week it should be where they need to be around an 85 degree body temperature. So that's why I went ahead and moved their plate out here. So if they are cold, they can just go right underneath their plate. And we will see how quickly they get adjusted. So it looks like they've discovered the food. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I will also link all the videos below that pertains to this journey of me incubating eggs, hatching eggs, setting up the brooder box, the smaller one, and now the bigger one. And stay tuned for future videos. We're going to be cooking with my first harvest of snow peas tonight, but that video will be coming out soon. And then I also have an outdoor project. I plan on creating a DIY for around our pool that will provide lighting in the evenings. So if you don't want to miss any future videos pertaining to anything inside or out of the home, be sure you subscribe. And until next time, thank you for watching.